Hi everyone, what's up? DJ's Aviation. Welcome to another 1/400 scale model aircraft unboxing. Today sitting in front of us is the Phoenix Qantas Boeing 7879, registration VH-ZNA in the 1/400 scale. This is a model I've been really excited to get. Previously, Gemini Jets released this model, however they actually used the wrong registration. They used VH-QAN, and this was before the actual delivery, so straight away I knew that the registration QAN sounded a bit weird. It sounded way too generic, so I steered away from it. I'm pleased because now I've got the one I actually flew on with the correct registration and all. So obviously the box is extremely colourful and beautiful. There are actually two sides to the box when you have a look at it. On this side in front of us we have what appears to be a sunset with some kangaroos standing in front of it. Up the top we have Boeing 7879, Qantas, the kangaroos, VH-ZNA and 1/400 scale. If we can get the box the right way. On the other side, we have Sydney Opera House, Boeing 7879, trademark, VH-ZNA, 1/400 scale. So very beautiful again. Bottom, we have warning, barcode. Here we have the Boeing 7879, computer-generated image, 1/400 scale. Funnily enough, on this side, it's the exact same. Phoenix don't usually do this, so I was kind of shocked to see. Again, we've got the same, so three sides are all the same. And back onto the front or back, you can kind of choose whatever way you want. So now that the model is out of the box, we can take the time to have a look at it and go in depth with it. First looks, it does look really pretty. All the detail looks spot on. We're going to move from left to right as we usually do. Towards the front, we have the cockpit windows and then the very nice sculpted nose that is on the Boeing 787. Just below the cockpit windows, you can probably see that very small logo, which is a circle, and then there's a kangaroo inside it. Below that is actually Great Southern Land, which is the name of the aircraft. Qantas name every single one of their aircraft. The second was Waltzing Matilda. I'm not too sure what the third one will be, as they haven't revealed it yet. Moving along, we have the first passenger door. Just to the right of that, the little blue symbol is the One World symbol, because Qantas is a part of the One World. Moving along, up the top, we have Qantas, which is the new livery Qantas. This was just introduced a year and a bit ago and is currently being put onto the 737s. They originally started with the A330s, however they really slowed down doing that and moved to the 737s. Moving along, we've got Spirit of Australia. Moving down, we have the engine and the main gear doors and gears, so looking very nice. The curvature of the wing is also noticeable on the other side of the aircraft. That's how much the curve is. You can actually see it coming over the roof. You can just make out the ER of the Dreamliner symbol towards the very tip of the wing closest to us. Nearing the end of the aircraft, we have VH-ZNA and the Australian flag, because Qantas is the flag carrier of Australia. And then we have the final entry/exit door with the silver part of the livery going through it. This is something Qantas applied because it's the new livery. Previously there was a smaller gold band which stretched around the aircraft. However, this silver is kind of meant to represent a fresh new life, just how they've adjusted the overall kangaroo design. As you can see, it no longer has the paws. That was a very controversial decision with most. I don't mind it. It certainly looks more futuristic, but as a lot of people have mentioned, removing the paw isn't really futuristic because kangaroos will always have paws. Towards the top right of the tail, we have NA, which of course are the last two letters of the registration. So overall, I was really excited to receive this model, and I'm not disappointed in the slightest. The only concern was kind of the front. It did look a little bit fake, but everything else looks absolutely perfect. The box is another highlight if you're a collector of boxes as well as models and don't like throwing them out. This is a perfect one to have, as it's got two sides which can act as the front. For the ending here, I've got the Opera House lit up at night time, as I had to start with the kangaroos, so it kind of gives you an idea of what both sides look like. Phoenix have done a nice job on this model. I'm certainly happy I waited for this particular model rather than go with the Gemini Jets version, because as I mentioned earlier, they got the registration wrong, and I really didn't want to have a wrong registration. And even though at the time of the Gemini Jets release they hadn't announced the regos, as I said, you could just tell QAN seemed way too generic. It was that kind of thing where we want to push out the model for the collectors, but we don't actually have the registration, so we're going to go with the most generic one. And while that may add value to it in the future, to me, I just wanted to get the one that I flew on, which is this one. So thank you very much for watching once again. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Peace.